Thank you to Troxus for sponsoring this video. Use the link in the description to get your Troxus e-bike today and use code DTS at checkout for 10% off. You may not have heard of Troxus before, but you'll remember the name after this video. This e-bike blew away all my expectations and it's my favorite e-bike I've tested so far. So why is this thing so good and why should it be at the top of your list? Let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, if you feel I've deserved it by the end of the video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me and the channel, helps YouTube notice my videos. If you want to support me and the channel, you can buy me a coffee if you want to. Okay, so moving on, getting back into it. In the Troxus Explorer e-bike, we have a lot of name brand parts here. First of all, this is a class 3 e-bike, meaning it can go up to 28 miles an hour with pedal assist. And yes, it has a throttle. We have a Bafang, I don't know how to say it. Bafang 750 watt rear hub motor, a Samsung 48 volt battery that can give us 36 miles of range on throttle only, or pedal assist level 5, which is a lot. And at pedal assist 1, we can get up to 65 miles. We have an 8-speed Shimano drivetrain, big fat girthy Kenda 26 by 4 inch all-terrain tires, Tektro hydraulic brakes, headlights and taillights, a nice big screen to check all your info like trip and battery life and pedal assist and such. We got a back rack to put your bike bag, which is nice. Remember that Propella 7S review I did not too long ago? Link in the description, go check that out. That bike is 37 pounds. This bike is 83 pounds. It's a hefty boy, a total 350 pound weight limit. And finally, this thing comes out to $2,300. So not cheap, but for all the stuff I just mentioned, it makes sense. The design looks like someone tried to turn a motorcycle into an e-bike. And from the driver's seat, it's got a similar shape and ergonomics. And from the side, oh man, this thing is honestly a badass bike. It looks badass. On the website, they have this really nice blue that I was hoping they were gonna send me. When I got the black one, I was kind of disappointed because I thought, nah, that's so boring, you know? But once the bike was put together, oh man, this matte black is so dope. It looks like it's up to no good. It looks evil, angry, resentful even. Maybe has some past trauma. And these thick tires make this look a little intimidating, not gonna lie. I appreciate the big LCD screen with our gigantic speedometer. It's backlit and no issue seeing it in the day. We do have a headlight and tail lights that flash when you apply the brakes. Love that. Something so underappreciated and underlooked is cable management. Notice how we don't have ugly cables running along the center frame, dangling around willy-nilly, because they run along inside the frame. It really cleans up the design. I really appreciate that. Alright, so how is it in motion? It's lovely. I absolutely love riding this thing around. This thing is just an absolute beast. Honestly, probably the only way to make this bike better is with a rear suspension. Other than that, this thing's great. In the same way, driving a bigger vehicle like a truck feels safer. Riding this gives me a level of confidence I don't usually get on a bike. It's like a Ram 1500. And I say a Ram 1500 specifically because that Hemi V8 gives it that quick torque at low RPMs. And that's what we have here. A big, heavy, comfortable, powerful, and quick accelerating e-bike. And even though this is a big fat honka-tonka bike, this thing rips, dude. The speedometer maxes out at 30 miles an hour, by the way. So, I mean, I know I said 28. Legally, that's the limit. You can get more than that easily. The fat tires and beefy suspension make this such a plush ride. I almost don't feel anything going over big dips. Off-road, it's fantastic. You probably won't be doing any technical trails or anything with this, but getting into actual off-roading, The Troxus e-bike just eats up the miles, soaks up the bumps with no complaints. The hydraulic brakes feel solid, which is a requirement with a bike this heavy. The pedal assist is nearly instant, very smooth. When it does kick in, it's very strong. It makes the bike feel much lighter than it actually is. This confidence that I mentioned before means that I feel more agile. I can take bigger risks that I probably wouldn't on a less capable bike. And that's a requirement because this thing loves to go fast. It wants to be going at least 20 miles an hour. I mean, the pedal assist for level 3 is set to 20 miles an hour. So it's not hard to reach 28 plus miles an hour. It's really easy to go fast, which makes this thing so much fun. All right, there are only 2 things I would like to see improved here. The size of the bike and this. Yeah, this is a thumb throttle. It's not my preference, but it's not really that big a deal. Okay, the real issue, is the ride height. The step over height is pretty tall, and especially if you have a bag on the back rack, it's a bit of a hassle to get on and off. The only way for me to get on the bike is to like lean it all the way to one side where the pedals are like touching the ground and then swing my leg over. So it's not an elegant solution to get on the bike. I'm 5'7", so if you're shorter than me, you're gonna have a hard time with the step over. They do make a step through model that's the same exact bike, just without that middle bar, and that's probably the one I'd go for convenience. But that's quite literally the only improvements I can think of. The Troxus Explorer e-bike is absolutely worth your time. It lives up to its Explorer name. It's the go anywhere, do anything e-bike. This will handle just about anything you throw at it and it won't even bat an eye. Super fun to ride, the bike wants to go fast and it rewards you for taking that risk. And that do anything, go anywhere vibe is thanks to its really good range. 30 miles on throttle only should be more than enough for most people's commute. Just keep in mind, it's still 83 pounds. So if you need to bring it into an office or something, that'd be kind of tough. But in motion, it feels lighter and more nimble than it is. It's a dope e-bike all around. I love it. Highly recommend it. So that's it. What do you guys think of the Troxus Explorer e-bike? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this e-bike, then keep it here on Daniel's Tech Studio because I have more content coming with that e-bike coming soon. Stay tuned. Okay, bye.